Thank you for having me. My name is Nurhanani binti Azmi. I'm from Islamic Astronomy University Malaya. And I'm going to speak to you today about the importance of Zakat institution in Malaysia. To begin, Zakat is one of the pillars of Islam. It stands with several prerequisites. These prerequisites are comprehensive that cover Zakat payer, the wealth that is subjected to the Zakat rate, and Zakat recipient. Zakat play a vital role for Muslims. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has emphasized the importance of Zakat payment, where Zakat has been mentioned 82 times in the Quran together with prayer. The payment of Zakat is an order from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to His sovereign, based on a Quranic verse 103 from Surah At-Tawbah, which give a meaning, O Muhammad, from your wealth a charity by which you purify them and cause them increase, and evoke our blessing upon them. Indeed, your evocation and reassurance from there, and Allah is sharing in the Zakat concept. Zakat can be interpreted into two different literal meaning: purification and growth, and fertility. Purification can be interpreted to cleanse the heart of the Zakat recipient and Zakat payer, where it eliminates the feeling of envy and hatred among the individual in the society. It will also enable Muslims to remove the feeling of egoism, and it prepares them to profit their wealth for the sake of Allah. The growth and fertility means Zakat recipient can utilize the wealth and achieve economic stability in the future, where the recipient use the money to generate more income. Zakat is a perfect system that helps to create a stable and harmonious nation by taking some of the excess wealth from the rich and giving it to the poor. In order to show the importance of Zakat, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala mentioned the word Zakat around 82 times in the Quran, placed together in the importance with the prayer. In conjunction with that, confirm that Zakat could fulfill four main economic and social objectives, which are: first, Zakat can eliminate poverty and sustain socio-economic justice. Second, Zakat can preserve people from envy. The third, Zakat can increase the wealth of payer and worldliness. And last, Zakat is a medium to give faith in our mercies. So, Zakat is an obligation of Muslim. Non-Muslim are not eligible to pay Zakat. Muslim fulfilling the Zakat obligation must be sane and able to differentiate between good and bad. According to the Hanafi school of thought, children and lunatics are not eligible to make Zakat payment. Zakat is considered a prayer where it requires intention, which is niyat. If there is no intention, the prayer is considered invalid. Likewise with Zakat. This is based on the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, free from religious obligation on these three people, which are children until they are adult, the sleeping until they are awake, and the incest until they are sound. This means only people who can differentiate between right and wrong, which is mukallaf, are obligated to fulfill the religious duty. However, the majority of the Muslim jurists agree that children and the incest are subjected to the Zakat. This is because Zakat is calculated on the wealth process by the person. A group of recipients are entitled to the Zakat fund, which are the needy, the poor, the Zakat officer, the raven, the slave, the debtor, overcost, and the welfare. Muslims should be aware of the five prerequisites of wealth prior to the Zakat calculation. The first prerequisite is the wealth should be in full ownership of the Zakat payer. Muslims are not obligated to pay Zakat if they do not possess the wealth. The wealth such alone is not subject to the Zakat. The second prerequisite is that wealth must grow. It means that the wealth increase from time to time and it generates profit. Muslims are free from zakat if the wealth does not generate any income. The third prerequisite is that wealth must exceed the nisab. Nisab is the minimum of the wealth that is subject to zakat. If the wealth exceeds certain limit, Muslims are deemed to pay zakat. The fourth prerequisite is that wealth should be more than necessity. Muslims are deemed to be zakat calculation and when the wealth is over the limit of the necessity. Muslims rightly are not required to pay zakat. The last prerequisite is that the wealth must be in the possession of the zakat payer in a specific year period. This means that the wealth must keep for a 1 year duration. However, this condition is limited to a certain type of wealth like. So, the importance of zakat is zakat also ensures social justice, especially for those who are in need through an efficient and well-structured administration. The efficient and well-structured administration helps in developing the national economic growth. A country will have sufficient income when well-structured and efficient management is achieved. The officer in zakat institution should also play a vital role in reaching the benefit and responsibility of zakat payment. Next, zakat can develop the socio-economy of nation through its multiplier effect. This is because zakat is a medium to mitigate the wealth polarization among the rich. Zakat money will be circulating in society regardless of the status of the individual. For example, when the rich practice zakat, they are willing to pay zakat to the poor. Then the poor will be able to utilize the zakat fund. When zakat function as it should be, the government can focus on the other agenda like enhancement rather than concentrating too much on the poor. Finally, zakat is one of the safety net in Islam. The distribution of zakat towards not prioritize the need of the needy and maintain the need of those who are needy. Story proves that zakat can eliminate poverty, as portrayed in the story of Caliph Umar Abdul Aziz. There was one time when they could not find any eligible recipient to receive zakat. The story evidences that the zakat could eliminate poverty, ignorance, and disease. According to Muhammad Ramzi Umar, Said bin Abdul Rahman, and Said Umar, Malaysia would not have poverty. By 2020, zakat is well managed. Zakat could be utilized as a means of avoiding poor Muslim in society. In assuring that one of the pillars of Islam is strengthening, the Muslim should be reminded and encouraged to pay zakat. The benefits are not only in this world, but also in the hereafter. By paying zakat, the payer will fulfill the obligation as well as to improve the livelihood of the recipient and inculcate the habit of helping others to build a generous society. Zakat is important to the nation since zakat could develop the socio-economy of the nation. Zakat also is one of the safety net in Islam and ensures social justice. However, there are several prerequisites of zakat that Muslims need to avoid by. These prerequisites are not merely on the zakat payer, but it is inclusive of the wealth that is subjected to the zakat rate and zakat recipient. Consequently, the proper establishment of the accounting, auditing, and information technology system is needed. In the past Islamic story, Muslims have put a perfect system where it achieved the objective of zakat until no recipient is entitled to zakat. Given that, the government should take serious action in ensuring the zakat institution to increase zakat collection and efficient accounting and auditing. So,